Welcome back to another episode of D54. Back with the gang. Melanie, Kathy from Cinemondo, Melanie from Predator Reviews. Back to talk about a Mohanlal movie coming on Christmas.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yep. This is the movie Barroz. I would say highly anticipated in that it's been talked about for a long time. I do feel like there's a bit of mixed emotions right now from just reading the temperature of the room. Like I think some people are excited about this movie, but this is a very different kind of movie, I would say. So one, it's a 3D movie. We just talked about ARM, so I don't know if I've released this yet or not, but we loved ARM, so go check that movie out with the three of us. But that was another 3D movie, and I think this movie was meant to come out at the same time as ARM came out. So this movie was actually meant to come out during Onam. And guys in the comment section, I'm going to rely on you to get my facts right here. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I believe it then went under some controversy around plagiarism. So there was something happening about this movie, and then it was scheduled to be released. I think they had some delays due to how much sort of post-production they had to do with this movie, because I think there's a lot of CGI, there's a 3D element to it as well. So that went there. But more, I guess, pressing was someone had actually claimed that this was a copied story from somebody else. So then it got pushed back due to some legal issues with that. So there is a few things about this movie that have sort of been up and down and kept it from releasing on time. So I think some people, and also the fact that this is actually, from my understanding, without seeing the trailer, this is actually a kids movie. So it's targeted at a younger demographic, which is very unique for Indian cinema. I very rarely see that. Like in Hollywood, we see it all the time. There's specific kids movies. But in Indian cinema, I'm saying that broadly because I don't know if it's in any of the industries. But a movie specifically targeted at kids is something pretty different.
Yeah.
So it's based off, I think it's based off a book, which I think is a very popular kids book. Again, guys in the comment section, let me know which book it is. I forget exactly which one. But there is some stuff
it's called Barroz, The Guardian of Dagama's Treasure is the name of the kids book.
Got it.
That's the name of the movie. All right.
Yep, that's the name of the movie. So not sure what's going to happen with this one. Obviously, it's Mohanlal, which we all love, but it is a Mohanlal director. Like he's directing this movie. So, and it's the first time he's directed a movie. So
I'm amazed he hasn't directed before now. That's amazing.
Yeah, I guess it's just
kind of interesting. Yeah.
I guess with him and Mammootty, because they just output so many movies, like maybe they just don't think about sort of actually having the time to direct a movie. Because you're talking about in the heydays, like 30 plus movies a year, which is unbelievable. So, and at this time in your life, you're probably a bit older. But let's see what we have. I'm coming in hopeful that this is going to be good.
Crossing our fingers. Let's put it that way.
All right. Yeah, we're rooting for you, Mama. Okay, here we go. Okay. I like that logo.
ഞാൻ Barroz. നൂറ്റാണ്ടുകളായി നിധി കാക്കുന്ന ഭൂതം.
Wow, bold.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Isabella.
I like his look.
Okay. Wow, okay. They like broke the frame with that 3D thing.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Benvenuto di volta di gamma.
This is different.
Very weird.
Yeah. Wow.
മറ്റൊരാളെ ഓർത്തു തൂവുന്ന കണ്ണുനീരിലും മഹത്തായ ഒരു നിധി ഈ ലോകത്തില്ല മോളെ.
Barroz. Yes. Yes.
I like the puppet.
Oh, it's in 3D. That's why all those
Yeah.
fun little things. Okay.
That's very different. I don't think I've seen a 3D movie break the frame like that. I don't know why they don't do it more. Like it gives you that 2D, 3D effect, which is a bit different.
I don't know about that. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it was I thought it was an interesting choice. Everything is so brightly lit. Like there's no moodiness like a Harry Potter, like a little bit more
Yeah,
dark.
that's true.
It's all very bright and colorful, which I think is probably part of the kid aspect of it, maybe.
Yeah.
But when you think about things like, I guess it's not really for kids, One Piece or Harry Potter or any of those fantasy things.
I mean, I was thinking
thinking
fantasy or Goonies or something like
Yeah,
that.
Goonies.
I mean, it's definitely very kid focused, as the main characters. So yeah, and Amit, you really made a good point, and that Indian cinema maybe have just kind of conceded the kid market to Hollywood films, and then what they do is they just bring in beloved actors to do the voice dubbing or the voiceover. For instance, when Lion King came out, it was Shah Rukh Khan and then his son Aryan. Or they get huge actors to do like the Disney movies or whatever. Yeah, that was Aryan's first acting role was as little Simba.
I did not know that.
So, well-known actors to do the dubbing so it has that home feel to it because it's familiar voices, but. This is really unusual. Like I'm trying to think if there's any kind of kid movie I've seen. I mean, there was kind of a ghost movie where Amitabh played a ghost, and Shah Rukh kind of played an extended cameo. People will remind me, and that was very kid focused. Like where Amitabh was this ghost. And that kind of gives me the feel of this. I can't think of any really in southern cinema.
Yeah, no, sorry, go for it.
Yeah, and then King Uncle, which is my most hated Shah Rukh Khan film. Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay. Oh my god! It's Jackie Schroff. It's Annie. Okay, it's a remake of Annie, except it's Jackie Schroff. And then his younger brother is played by Shah Rukh Khan. I'm like, oh my god, it is the worst.
Oops, sorry, I accidentally clicked that. Edit that out. Okay.
King Uncle is the worst. Okay,
and I don't like Annie even, so that's a double no for me with that one.
But I really can't think of another one. I think so many films are just considered family films for the entire family. And I mean, I guess, we've got Mohanlal and Mammootty who are grandpas now, right? Yeah. So maybe they're thinking about that. Maybe they're thinking about the fact that let's make something special for little kids to be able to enjoy.
And I loved his look in this. His look was fantastic.
I did love his look.
I know the tattoos on the bald head. Like that was awesome.
I guess he's a ghost. Like I was reading, like So I guess he's a ghost that's doing something. I don't know what the puppet is, but I love the puppet also. Whatever that little doll thing was.
Yeah, so that was cool. That's cool. Yeah,
he's gonna be like a really good.
Yeah. I think it's just with the whole talk about sort of Indian cinema and kids, because like there is one like very popular kids movie, which is what I guess is the reference point. There's a movie called My Dear Kutichan. Kutichattan, which is a 1984 like Malayalam film. Like, the translation is My Dear Little Goblin. So I don't think this is not based off this, but that was like one of the first 3D kid movies. That was also 3D, surprisingly, from 1984. So it's something
that little puppet kind of looks like a little goblin too.
It does like a little goblin.
Maybe there's some like like references to that or something like that. Not story wise, just as a sort of a homage piece. But I guess in terms of this movie itself, because you are right, we barely see anything that's targeted at kids. And like, look, I've been to movies like here in cinema. I think when I saw the other Mohanlal movie, that he had Malakote Wailavan that came out earlier this year, there were so many kids at that movie because Mohanlal has a huge fan base. But I was there thinking, what the hell is a kid doing? I mean, it's not like it's super violent or anything like that, but there'd be nothing to offer a kid in that movie because it's way too complex for kid to. I don't want to say the kids can't understand that. Maybe they can at some level, but to get like the story beats and stuff like that and the interest levels, it's not there. So they're all on the like playing video games on like their phones and like other devices, and I'm like, this is not what a kid would want to see. So I guess kids just watch grown-up movies and just try and digest as much as they can from that interests them. But a movie like this, I do applaud. Like Malayalam cinema is always going to be the one to push boundaries and do something different. So for Mohanlal to be like, hey, let me take a risk and put a big budget kids movie which has international actors and set locations and 3D and a lot of CGI, putting a lot of money into this, which is honestly probably not going to make that much money back, because adults are probably going to be like, I'll wait for it to come and watch it on TV. When it comes out. So it's got to be really remarkable, I think, for this to be really successful, unfortunately. But look, I'm going to applaud the industry for at least pushing something. And I did actually like, even though I was 50-50 on how it looked, I didn't mind that whole frame breaking thing. Like, it was a little bit different. It kind of gave a weird, like 2D, 3D effect, but I guess they're trying to do something different again, which is fine, experiment.
Well, the cinematographer is Santosh Sivan, and I mean, he's done excellent work in the past as well. So maybe it's that Mohanlal is guiding this project, but he has a very experienced hand doing the cinematography and helping set up shots. But listen, if you have decades of experience in the industry, I mean, let's think about it. Mohanlal has seen it all, right? He's been in it all, right? So you had to have some ideas, what works, what doesn't work. And I think, if it is a ghost or whatever, like if he wants to be a little over the top, like I think he knows how to set the tone, maybe that some other less experienced actors would immediately know how to do it. So
that's true.
I mean, maybe this will appeal to adults in the same way. Like it wasn't all kids that went to see the Harry Potter films, as Kathy mentioned that. If it is a beloved book that they maybe had known from their childhood, they also might be interested to see, okay, how are they going to do this on the big screen?
And actually, I mean, kid movies in America are huge because the whole family goes instead of just like one or two people. And then they sometimes will see them multiple times. So it might be a smart experiment on his part to be releasing a movie just for kids in a certain amount of time and then see how it does, because they are huge blockbusters. I mean, when you look at the top 100 world movies, there are usually a lot of kids movies in there, like animation and everything else. So this would be interesting just on a financial level, see like what's going to happen with the kids movie from India. That'll be so interesting to see. The
magic with those movies we talked about, which break the top 100 other ones, that they are a kids movie, but an adult can watch them and appreciate and be surprised by them, which I also like. When I watch like a kids movie or an animated movie or something like that, and I'm like watching it, it's sort of like I'm sort of half watching it, and then all of a sudden I perk up and be like, "Oh, wait, this is getting really good now." And then you're like, "Whoa, this is actually pretty good." Like that's where the magic hits. So if this hits that level and it's like, "Hey, it starts off okay," then you're like really invested in the story. And having Mohanlal is so good in this movie, because I think if it was honestly anyone else except for maybe Mammootty in the industry, this probably would not catch many eyes, because just having him will bring people along. It's like a Mohanlal movie. Mohanlal movies. I'm his biggest fan. I'll go watch it. So his fan base will go and watch it anyway.
That's true.
So, that's great.
And also to support him at being a director as well, right? Like his fan club would definitely be there for him for that as well.
Nope, definitely. And we are definitely part of the fan club. So definitely looking forward to seeing this, whenever it comes out, wherever it comes out, whenever. I think it comes out December. I think it's having an international release, but let's keep an eye on that.
That would also be interesting, because if you think about it, people overseas, if kids can't really read well, if they don't understand Malayalam, that may be a challenge versus other kind of international releases of Malayalam cinema. That's right. True. So, but there may be enough, gag things and Mohanlal falling around or people flying through the air that the kids won't care as much, or maybe it's simplified dialogue that they could still understand.
Coming out Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Okay.
Christmas Day.
Well, we know Kerala has quite a bit of a Christian population, so that is also a big holiday there.
It's going to be fascinating to see what happens here. I mean, it's out on the holidays, the family's together, they all want to see a movie. It's like going to be a fun, safe bet. It's going to be all for all of the adults, and then fantasy for the kids.
Correct.
For the kids.
And a puppet for me. That's what we want to see. Yay!
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, guys. This was a really fun discussion.
fun.
And yeah, we will keep our eyes on this movie to see what happens. All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye.